have a tag here underneath my stencil, and I have this expanding mousse from Nouveau. It has started to dry on me, and so it is pretty thick. What's in here, I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be this thick. But I'm going to go ahead and put it through my stencil here. And I don't want to do too much swiping because I don't want my stencil to move. I just kind of want to push it into the stencil. So I am not going to scrape it off. I'm going to leave it nice and thick on there. I'm going to lift the stencil up. Not bad, not great. Wondering if I go in and clean some of the areas up here. If I go in and remove a little. Because it's so thick, it's not a hard thing to do, to go in and remove it. I think I'm going to leave it like that. And let's heat it and see what happens. So I still have my stickers on my desktop from last week, and so what I'm going to do with this is I am going to go ahead and use one of my stickers here, this moon image, and I'm going to go around the border of it with alcohol ink marker because there's a little white edge there showing. And so I'm just going to travel around the white edge on the blue side, like so, just covering up that white paper on the blue. Now the white on the yellow side doesn't bother me as much, so I'm going to just leave that there. But that looks pretty good to me. And then I have a die cut word that says dream. And I was going to use some gold solar spray from Simon Hurley and spray the word dream to give it a little glitz and to coordinate a little bit with the yellow in the moon. So I'm just looking to make sure that all that mica is mixed in. And I'm just going to give this a quick little spritz. And then make sure that that's covered. It looks wet. All right, so I'm going to hit that with some heat, and then I'll be right back. So I've done that, but it's just not quite gold enough for me, so I'm going to use my own glimmer spray here and go over it. Okay, now I'm going to have to dry that. So I'm not sure what happened to my video here, but I have lost the sound, and I think I am recording parts that don't need to be recorded. So what I have done is put the stickers down, and I have glued in the diamond dot pieces here. And so I know we've jumped ahead a bit on the construction, and I apologize for that, but I'm using what video I did happen to capture. And I can see here that I'm actually talking in the video, but for some reason it didn't get recorded. And so now I am looking at my DIY ribbons and trying to decide what looks best here. And I do end up choosing to use a blue and a brown to go on to this tag at the top. And you can see me here just trying to match out the colors from the stash I have. And then I'm going to cut them down and apply them to the tag. So those are the ones that I chose, and you'll see here in a minute that I do actually put them on the tag. And that finishes off the tag. I will say that the sticker did stick well to the dimension, as did all the glued down pieces. And then I went through my sticker stash here, and the design included this cute little heart piece, and I went ahead and decided to stick it on the back. I'm looking at some other pieces that could be used here, but I don't really like the size of them to go on the back. And then there's the little heart that I found, and I think, oh, that is so cute. Okay, let's just stick that in the corner on the back, and then we will finish off the tag. I did add a little star piece up at the top. I felt like it needed something, and I really do think that balances off the look of the tag. So here I am just peeling off the back of the sticker, and I'm going to place that on the tag as well. So making your own stickers actually turned out to be a really nice material to be able to use in your crafting, and it's something that you have made yourself, so it's unique and different from what other people might have. And now I am just touching up a little bit of printer error. There's like a white line going through that moon, and so I'm using my alcohol ink marker just to touch it a little bit and to blend it together. And that's it for the tag. And I think I'm going to show you, let's see, am I going to flip it over here to show you the back? So there it is with the sparkles and the ribbon at the top. Just trimming off some of the extra threads. Getting ready to do the photography here. So yeah, I'm placing things where I want them so that I can now do a photo.